So the question you're asking comes from section 2.2, and this is the worksheet that's available in the module, section 2.2. So it looked like the questions you were asking came from this region of given a geometric sequence with a couple of terms given and find additional terms. So let's talk a little bit about how geometric sequences get built. We take some number to start with, think of it as the seed, and then we multiply by something. Say we multiply by 2, then we multiply by 2, then we multiply by 2, and so on. So each term is being found by multiplying the previous term by some number, r. So in this case, r is 2, because we made the problem. But your job is to figure out what that r is. And so one of the ways students have told me they find it helpful to think of this as by jumps. They think of how you get from one element in the sequence to the next one is by a jump that's a multiplication by r. Well, when we did arithmetic sequences, they act more like a line, where if I start with the number 6 and I add 5 and I add 5 and I add 5 and so on, I'm adding something. I'm adding a d, and I'm adding a d. So for instance, from 6 to 21, I can see that I've added 3 d's to get from 6 to 21, so I can figure out how big d is. What's a little different thought process with the geometric sequences, because I'm multiplying by r, multiplying by r, multiplying by r. So to get from 3 to 48, I did r to the 4th power. So are you seeing the difference between the arithmetic sequence? Because I'm adding d and adding d and adding d, the equivalent operation is multiplying d by how many of them are there. So if I'm multiplying by r, multiplying by r, multiplying by r, that's going to be r to a power. So now we can figure out what r has to be, because r to the 4th is 16. And to solve an exponential equation like this, we do the root. So the 4th root is going to be 2. So we figured out that we're multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2, multiplying by 2. Well, then if you're asked to find a particular element, say A12, you say, well, that's A1 times R to the n minus 1. So that would be R3, the first term, times 2 to the 12 minus 1. And that would be whatever it is. So let me know if you need more clarification. I'll be happy to do that.